Namaskar. I'm Ashok Vyas. Welcome to Vision of Asia, Voice of Community. What is most important in our lives is happiness, and what makes us happy sometimes is related to auspicious days, which fills us with inspiration and positive energy. Happy Deepavali. May brightness fill your lives. May we all move towards a healthier, happier, and world full of harmony. In today's special episode of Vision of Asia, we will open with a conversation where our Aditi Lamba talks to fresh South Asian women elected to NYC Assembly, Jenifer Rajkumar. We'll have our weekly segment this week in which important issues would be discussed with Padma Shri Dr. Sudhir Parikh. Federation of Indo-American Seniors Association of North America has a new president. A story on that and a special coverage of Vishwarang 2020, followed by Indo-American celebration to election results in New Jersey. All this coming up right after these short messages. Stay with us. It is a matter of pride for Indo-American community to have South Asian women elected to NYC Assembly. And Jenifer Rajkumar talked to Aditi Lamba before election as well as after being elected. Here are some excerpts from that conversation.
Jenifer Rajkumar, it's so great to welcome you back on ITV Gold. Congratulations. How are you doing today?
I'm feeling pretty good, thank you.
Of course, we have to start this by the massive victory you got. You are the first South Asian American woman to be elected in the New York State Assembly for District 38. So I have to ask you, starting this interview, how are you feeling today and how has this process been for you?
I feel incredibly grateful. I'm filled with gratitude for the people that elected me. They put their faith and trust in me. And this really is their victory. It's been an incredible journey. It's taken me all around South Queens, and I'm so inspired by all of the people I met and the stories I heard, and I can't wait to get to work.
Yes, definitely. How has the response been so far, Jenifer? Your district is one of the most diverse districts, in Queens. It houses a lot of South Asians as well. How have they been reacting?
The reaction has been of incredible pride. The community is so proud that finally a South Asian woman has been elected in New York State. Because even though we have 300,000 South Asians, we've never had anyone elected from our community. And now we finally have a seat at the table of power in New York State.
Yes,
and so I heard from many families across the district, Guyanese and Bengali and Punjabi families, all calling to congratulate me. And I'm so happy to share this victory with them.
Yeah, definitely. Such a great moment for us South Asians. How was the turnout, Jenifer? I know in primaries, you broke the record for turnouts of your district. How was it this time?
Once again, the general election was also record-breaking in this district. So I'm so proud that we were able to energize the district. And of course, also the presidential race also helped energize voters. I've never seen lines like this in South Queens. Even in the early morning, 5:30 a.m., there were lines stretching outside of the poll site. It really was a sight to behold.
Yes, for sure. Jenifer, you are the first South Asian American elected to the New York State Assembly office. There's another South Asian American who's also been elected to the office for the first time. He's a male. What do you think are going to be the changes that the two of you bring together to the state assembly? What kind of issues do you hope to target, especially being a South Asian American?
What I'm going to focus on is constituent services, for one. My district is 72% immigrant, and these immigrant communities have been overlooked and underfunded for a very long time. I'm going to change that. And my office is going to be a place where immigrants can come for help in navigating America, navigating our courtrooms, our government, our educational system. So I'll be setting up strong offices across the district where people can come for help. And for the first time, immigrant communities will have a place where they can go and where they will be heard.
Yes, for sure. You know, you are taking up office, Jenifer, while we are in the COVID-19 crisis. There is a racial unrest and we're in an economic crisis. I would like for you to address all these three topics and what is going to be on your agenda for these, especially on the fact that COVID-19 cases are currently rising as we speak.
Yes, my district here in Richmond Hill
Right.
actually has the second highest coronavirus positivity test rate this week. So that's alarming. Richmond Hill also is a place that has not even one HHS testing site. New York City Health and Hospitals has not set up even one testing site. So this has to change. The Richmond Hill area needs attention. And I am very hopeful with the election of Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, because Biden just released a comprehensive coronavirus recovery plan for the country. And that includes investing in increased testing, tens of millions of additional tests per day. So I am going to be an advocate to make sure that that attention is also given to South Queens, that federal aid flows freely into my district.
Could you let us know how much help is needed currently, Jenifer? And if we are going into the second wave of coronavirus, looking at your district, which is so badly hit by it, what are the needs? What is the status of PPE? What could you tell us?
The needs are enormous in so many areas. We have to look at the vaccine, which is coming. And we will need, I believe, to make that vaccine free for all Americans. Joe Biden has predicted $25 billion in investment just to make that a vaccine free for all Americans. So that's going to be key. It's also going to be key to make sure that that vaccine is distributed widely within my district. So I'm going to be a strong advocate for that as well. And then I'm going to be focusing on the economic rebuilding of my district.
Right.
1 million Americans are now unemployed. And you can see those numbers in my district where workers are struggling. So it's going to be a top priority of mine to help rebuild our small businesses and also give workers the extra help they need so that they can make it through this very difficult time.
How do you think the state assembly has been doing so far, Jenifer, according to you?
I think the state assembly has been definitely trying. There have been innovative bills floated, such as one that would require insurance companies to pay out to businesses whose operations have been interrupted by the coronavirus. And I think that would help businesses stay afloat. So I am looking very closely at bills that have been proposed already that I think would benefit my constituents. And I'm looking forward to adding my perspective and my energy and my representation to make sure that South Queens fully rebuilds.
Yes, and that's so important. We are looking at such devastations around us. How are you addressing the racial unrest, Jenifer? The Black Lives Movement has continued. We have still seen incidents of police brutality while this movement has continued to, encompass a lot more in this nation. How do you look at it being a South Asian, being a person of color? And what will you do to help the constituents of your district?
As a South Asian woman and also as a longtime civil rights lawyer, this issue is very important to me. It is very important that all Americans are treated with decency and respect. So I'm going to be a strong advocate to make sure that trust is built between minority communities and law enforcement. Additionally, there's been the problem of hate crimes in South Queens. That's been a long-standing problem. An imam was murdered in broad daylight, a Hindu priest was attacked, and Sikhs regularly tell me of harassment that they have experienced. So I'm going to be somebody that's going to make sure that my constituents are protected. There is no place for hate in my community. And I'm going to bring all stakeholders to the table to ensure that hate crimes no longer occur here.
Right, definitely. There is an increase of hate crime when you are looking at South Asian communities, especially in the Sikh American communities, really high rate of bullying as well. So I really hope you're able to, help them out, and there is a lot of change made. Jenifer, at this point, I would like to discuss something that's very important, and I'd like to now go into the presidential election. But my first question on that has to be, there is a lot of conspiracy right now about voter fraud. Election integrity has been challenged. So just starting off with your election and looking at the New York State elections, was there any evidence of voter fraud? Have you heard anything on your end?
I've heard zero reports of fraud of any kind. What I have seen is incredible voter turnout like we've never seen before in my district and all over the country. And that is going to be very good for the country for the long run. I think that this is how it is to stay. This kind of high turnout,
right,
it's going to repeat. And I'm very excited about that. I think it's good for democracy and it's good for the health and welfare of our nation.
Yes, definitely. And it was really important to get your opinion on that because, again, we have President Donald Trump right now claiming voter fraud, challenging with lawsuits. So, just on that, let's begin a little conversation on it. How are you processing all that's happening in the White House? And how are you looking at this transitioning process, which is looking very difficult right now?
Well, first of all, I'm so proud and inspired by the historic win of Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. That said, I think it's very important that the president promotes a peaceful transition of power. That's a Central American value. In fact, on this very day, 4 years ago, President Obama invited the newly elected President Trump to the White House to create a peaceful transition of power. And they met for 90 minutes. And this is even though Donald Trump had spent years criticizing Obama, saying that he wasn't even American, he wasn't born in America, that he had even founded ISIS. Despite all of this, President Obama invited him to the White House. So that's the kind of grace that I would like President Trump to also show. He should be really instilling and promoting that American ideal of the peaceful transition of power.
Jenifer, you are a lawyer, so I would like to discuss a little bit of the legality and all that's happening. From a perspective of a lawyer, is there any weight to these allegations? And does President Trump have the right to, question the election integrity? How could you explain that to us?
I think that these are weak claims that the president's lawyers are making. I do not think that they will be successful in court. I believe in our justice system and in our lawyers. And I believe that the courts will end the election for us.
Okay. What courts are you suggesting? And do you think it'll go to Supreme Court?
I think it very well may go all the way to the U.S. Supreme Court, given that this is a presidential election.
Right.
And then it will be up to the court to stop the buck there.
Wow. How do you foresee the next few months with the transitioning process? What could you tell us about from the Democratic Party side?
I think it's very promising. I think that Joe Biden has already been building a good transition team. He created a coronavirus team that's filled with scientists and doctors, including 2 Indian Americans, Atul Gawande and Dr. Vivek Murthy.
Right.
So it's very promising to see that we have a president, once again, who believes in science and who believes in medicine. It is so important that we're returning to that belief in science. That is what's going to see us through this pandemic.
In this week with Padma Shri Dr. Sudhir Parikh, we talk about the case related to a well-known journalist and editor-in-chief of Republic Media Network, Arnab Goswami, results of Bihar election and election results of presidential race 2020 with Padma Shri Dr. Sudhir Parikh.
Namaskar, I'm Ashok Vyas and I have the pleasure of welcoming Padma Shri Dr. Sudhir Parikh to this very special edition of this week's show. Doctor, welcome. Namaste.
Namaskar.
So many important developments have taken place in recent past, and three major areas I would like to touch with you. One related to bail for Arnab Goswami. We'll also touch a few other issues which are important, but let me open up by requesting you to share your impression about the whole proceeding of the way he was arrested and finally Supreme Court granted him bail recently.
Well, what I understand that he was kind of arrested wrongfully, just for different political and personal agenda of the Maharashtra government, and I think you cannot kind of stifle free press, because press has its own right to represent and represent the truth or represent the facts, and therefore I think it was wrongfully was done, and that's why a lot of people in India, they were kind of up in arm to release Arnab Goswami, and I think Supreme Court, High Court of the Maharashtra has done it, and that was a good news.
No, so let me correct you. High Court of Maharashtra didn't. He had to go to Supreme Court, and the decision has come from Supreme Court.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So, but having said that, the kind of support which Arnab had, and it put whole judiciary and the way a government can work against a common citizen if they would put such a well-known figure like Arnab Goswami to this kind of a treatment. So a lot of people were concerned about it. And as the whole thing has unfolded, do you think people gained confidence back in the system?
I think so, somewhat, because then people now know that if you are right and if you give the voice to the truth and rightness, then government listens, and that shows that government of the day is a fair government, and it gives a fair answer to the people's concern.
So we will skip some of the references related to Maharashtra, because I also want your opinion on what you read in the results that we have seen from Bihar, from Gujarat, from UP. Looks like the support for Prime Minister Modi's leadership is intact, especially looking at it from Bihar. How do you feel?
Yes, I agree with that. Still, popularity of the Prime Minister is there. People do believe and trust him, whatever he is saying, and people can see that he has delivered. But at the same token, I would say that even RJD came very more or less same number of seats, except one less seat. As a largest party, right? So that shows that there are some concerns, and there are some thing which people are asking for, like particularly the employment. And I think a new government has to address that unemployment issue. And that's very important, because otherwise the person like Tejashwi, who is only 31 or 32 years old, and without his father's help and very novice in the politics, won so many seats. And that shows that the people, the young generation, has no idea how bad the Lalu Prasad, his father's
Yes.
time was. And so they relate only with the unemployment issue. And therefore, all politicians should keep in mind that people are very, very smart, and they know how to exercise their rights and how to ask for their demand.
Absolutely. And from Bihar, we come to America back, and America is in a state of flux with President Trump again and again bringing the reference that the polls were not fair. And they, in addition to having filed lawsuits, there are many videos circulating where you see that Republican Party workers are not allowed to enter and observe And most important, yesterday there was a statement by Mike Pompeo, a very, very senior representative of Trump administration, mentioning that we are preparing for a smooth transition to the second term of President Trump, in response to a reporter who wanted to know how Trump administration working with Biden team. So how do you see this statement?
Well, I mean, because I mean, President Trump is not conceding his defeat right now, but see, if you that is not good for country. But also again, none of the results came out. It all came out from the news media. I mean, news media has declared the Biden win, but none of the by constitution, all the state secretary has to certify the elections, and right now they are not certifying it because still votes are counting. They are counting the votes. So till the votes are completed, they are not going to certify it. And if till they don't certify, the results are kind of not really authentic in a sense. But again, our system is such that by 7th December, they have to certify. And once they certify, I think if Trump is losing, he should gracefully concede and move on, you know.
Absolutely. I think there is no question, but there is a sense of doubt among many, especially those who are supporters of Trump. And he is again and again mentioning about ballot counting abuse and not proper procedure followed for verification of votes. So he says that if legal votes are counted, I am the winner, and that is a stand which is again and again coming from different Republican Party leaders now. It's a very, very strange and probably unprecedented situation in America. Any other example like this that comes to your mind?
No. I mean, there are examples. It happens in the Bush Gore time, but again, in by constitution, all the candidate has right to exhaust their legal challenges. They think that there is something not right up before December 7th, and I think that's why even though it is obvious that Vice President Biden is winning, but again, you can compel the opposite candidate to concede till at least December 7th, till everybody certifies election in different state. Because right now, nobody has certified election yet. It's all media announcement. And therefore, strictly legally speaking, I think still he has a couple of weeks of time to finish whatever recounting or whatever legal challenges or whatever they have questioned. And then I think if he's losing, he is losing. I mean, he has to accept the defeat.
So there is this element of uncertainty, which is interesting as well as which is a cause of concern for many people. Some people look at it as if there are impediments in the smooth flow of American democracy because of the stand of President Trump, and those who are supporting Trump feel that the way election was conducted is not fair for the common citizens of America. But we will see how it moves forward. I want to conclude by, of course, complimenting your continuous objective analysis. And as we move near a very, very important festival of light, Deepavali, what are your special prayers this Deepavali?
Well, I mean, let me first wish happy and prosperous Deepavali to all of our viewers and our friends. And my special prayers on this Deepavali that hopefully we'll have a COVID vaccine sooner than later. It looks like it will be there by end of the year. and hopefully we can completely control the COVID in next few months. And obviously we expect all the citizens to carry out their own responsibility by wearing the mask and keeping the distance. And if you do that, I'm sure it will be a great thing, and we can conquer the COVID-19 situation.
So, on that note, your parting words, once again, your special greetings for our viewers on Deepavali.
Well, I mean, dear friends, really, I appreciate your joining with us this week. Again, I wish you all, to you and your family, very, very happy Diwali. And please pray for COVID-19. Pray for the poor people or poorest of the poor, and pray for who are less privileged than yourself, and help them during the auspicious occasion of the Deepavali. Again, happy Diwali. God bless America. God bless India. And we'll see you next week. Thank you. Goodbye.
Federation of Indo-American Seniors Association of North America is an important organization serving seniors, and a very energetic and enthusiastic new president is in place now. There was an event to welcome new FISANA President Rati Lal Patel. Chairman of the organization Deepak Shah was also present, and so was past President Natu Patel. Here are some excerpts from that event.
तेरा नाम हम आपके चरणों में रहते हैं, माँ आपके चरणों में रहते हैं। पहले कभी न हमने कहा, लो आज तुमको कहते हैं। तू ही तन में, तू ही मन में, तू प्राणों से भी प्यारी माँ। हम आपके चरणों में रहते हैं, माँ आपके चरणों में रहते हैं। तू ही है माता, तू ही विधाता, तू ही है सबकी जगदम्बा। हम आपके चरणों में रहते हैं, माँ आपके चरणों में रहते हैं।
Thank you very much, everybody from FISANA group. I am very pleased that they have selected me unopposed as a president of FISANA. I am very grateful. I have all friends here, all presidents, particularly all trustees, Mukund Bhai, Deepak Bhai, who is the chairman and may continue as a chairman. So I shouldn't have announced it right now, but I'm thinking that way. And all presidents supported me, called me up and say, please run for president, we'll support you. And on looking on those people's support, I decided, okay, I'll do it. I am right now president of Edison Senior Association, working trustee at Umia Parivar, Umia Dham Mandir, and I still have energy. I can do it. There is no problem about it. So even they involve me in some other association or other program, community program, like Mukund Bhai said, funeral home, I will work there too. So thanks everybody making me a president for year 2021 and 2022.
આજ રોજ ફિસાનાની મળેલી મિટિંગમાં 2021 અને 22ના વર્ષ દરમિયાન શ્રી રતિભાઈ પટેલની પ્રમુખ તરીકે સર્વાનુમતે વરણી થઈ છે એ આવકાર્ય છે અને એમને ખૂબ ખૂબ અભિનંદન આપવામાં આવે છે. શ્રી રતિભાઈ પટેલ એ એડિસનના પ્રેસિડેન્ટ છે. ઉમિયાધામ ધાર્મિક સ્થળ સાથે પણ સંકળાયેલા છે. એડિસન ટાઉન સાથે મેયર અને કાઉન્સિલમેનો સાથેના પણ એમના સંબંધો ખૂબ સારા છે. એમનામાં જબરજસ્ત દીર્ઘદ્રષ્ટિ અને બાહોશ વ્યક્તિત્વ ધરાવતા સિનિયર્સ ભાઈ બહેનો માટે કામ કરવાની ખૂબ જ એમની તમન્ના છે અને તેઓ શ્રી ખૂબ સારું કાર્ય કરે છે, તે માટે તેમને ખૂબ ખૂબ અભિનંદન.
હા, ફિસાનાની ટૂંકમાં પરિચય એ રીતે આપવાનો કે અમ્બ્રેલા એસોસિએશન છે. સ્ટેટની અંદર જેટલા બી એસોસિએશનની એ અમ્બ્રેલા છે અને દરેક સભ્યો એ જુદા જુદા વિસ્તારના મંડળોમાંથી ભેગા થઈ અને ફિસાનામાં આવે છે અને ફિસાનામાં અત્યારે લગભગ 10,000 મેમ્બરો છે. આ એક ટૂંકો પરિચય ફિસાના માટે.
Indo-American Senior Association of North America. It is known as a FISANA. FISANA લગભગ 20 વર્ષથી અહીંયા એડિસનના એરિયામાં છે, ખાસ કરીને ન્યૂ જર્સીમાં, અને અત્યારે હાલમાં 19 મેમ્બર્સ છે એના એસોસિએશન, અને લગભગ 10,000 જેટલા મેમ્બર્સ છે. અને દર વર્ષે એનો પ્રોગ્રામ થાય છે. દર 2 વર્ષે એના પ્રેસિડેન્ટ બદલાય છે અને જ્યારે પ્રેસિડેન્ટ બદલાય ત્યારે લગભગ ચેરમેન પણ બદલાતા હોય છે. પણ અત્યાર સુધી હમણાં જે વાત થઈ એ પ્રમાણે ચેરમેન બહુ ઇન્ટરેસ્ટ લેવાયા નથી ભૂતકાળમાં, પણ દીપકભાઈની ચેરમેનશીપમાં ફર્સ્ટ ટાઈમ એમને વધારે ઇન્ટરેસ્ટ લીધો અને ફિસાનાને વધારે પોપ્યુલર કરવામાં એમને બહુ જ હેલ્પ કરી. અને એના કારણે એમને ઘણી વખત મને બી પર્સનલી ફોન કરેલા, પણ મોટાભાગે એવું થતું કે પાસ્ટ પ્રેસિડેન્ટોને પણ બહુ લોકો ગણકારતા નહોતા. પણ ફર્સ્ટ ટાઈમ એ બન્યું છે. એ રીતે મને લાગે છે કે હવે ફિસાના રાઇટ ટ્રેક ઉપર જઈ રહ્યું છે. અને રતિભાઈ હવે જે નવા પ્રેસિડેન્ટ થયા છે એમને આ ફિસાનાનો છેલ્લા 5-6 વર્ષથી અનુભવ છે અને એમને બધા જ સપોર્ટ કરે એવી મારી ઈચ્છા છે અને આ ફિસાના બહુ આગળ જાય.
First of all, Federation of Indo-American Association of North America, FISANA has been in the existence for last 18 years. We have about 18 to 19 different associations be part of the FISANA. Today we have a meeting, a general board of trustees and meeting to elect our new president, and I welcome Ratibhai Patel as our new president. FISANA do certain benefits to our seniors in different programs. Basically, Medicare, Medicaid, social insurance policies, plus their health issues, we properly take care of it. And our social, spiritual, and other ethnic requirements, what we have, that we provide by having some programs. So, as a chairman last year, we had a wonderful program, and I did one unique program like Jivan Jivi Jano, and we awarded 5 people in that program. We will continue to do that, and I think we'll support it. This year, we have COVID situation, pandemic, so I think we will not be able to do that, but upcoming, the next year, we'll do that. Happy Diwali, Happy New Year, everybody. Jai Shri Krishna.
Today we have a meeting for the FISANA, and Ratibhai Patel is the now new president of the FISANA. Congratulations, Ratibhai. Ratibhai is a really hardworking person and doing wonderful job for Edison Senior Citizen as a president, and now he is a president of the FISANA. So now the Ratibhai going to be take the FISANA in very higher level. Everybody hope that one, and FISANA Ratibhai definitely can do that, and everybody support Ratibhai. And we do wonderful job, and we try to help community, and we try to help seniors. This is a seniors association, and again Happy New Year and Happy Diwali in advance, each and everyone. Be healthy and be safe. Thank you.
My name is Vishnu Patel. Welcome to all ITV viewers. I'm the secretary of FISANA. FISANA stands for Federation of Indo-American Senior Association of North America. I've been serving this senior association since last 8 years. And we have 22 senior associations within this umbrella association. And we do a lot of recreational activity for the seniors. this association consists of at least 8 to 10,000 seniors among the in the North America, and I'm really proud to announce that our Ratilal is standing behind me with me. He is one of the most talented person. He is a trustee of Umia Dham Mandir, as well as he been served as the secretary and general secretary of FISANA since last couple of years. And he is really talented, and he has a vision where to take the FISANA to the next level. So really congratulations Ratibhai, and good luck, and we are always with you. Thank you, and thank you all ITV viewers. You've been great, serve as a community broadcasting channel, so we are there with you all the time. Thank you.
Vision of Tagore University's Santosh Chaube ji has manifested in the form of Vishwarang 2020. This time, due to COVID, a lot of events were organized virtually, and so was an event which was focused on the artists and poets, dancers, as well as singers from USA. It was coordinated by Anup Bhargav. Vishwarang 2020 also honored ITV Gold and Parikh Worldwide Media Chairman Padma Shri Dr. Sudhir Parikh with Lifetime Achievement Award. Here are some glimpses from the inauguration ceremony as well as many events which were a part of Vishwarang 2020.
आप सबसे साझा करते हुए में मुझे बहुत प्रसन्नता है कि इस वर्ष यूएसए, कनाडा, यूके, नीदरलैंड, रशिया, उज्बेकिस्तान, सिंगापुर, ऑस्ट्रेलिया, श्रीलंका, फिजी, यूक्रेन, कजाकिस्तान, स्वीडन, ट्रिनिडाड और संयुक्त अरब अमीरात यानी यूएई हमारे साथ मेजबानी के रूप में शामिल हुए हैं।
मैं आप सबका इस विश्वविद्यालय परिवार की ओर से और यूं कहूं तो ये पूरे विश्वरंग परिवार की ओर से बहुत बहुत स्वागत करता हूं। ये विश्वरंग परिवार अब एक बहुत बड़ा परिवार बन चुका है और जैसा कि विनय ने शुरू में कहा, इस बार की सबसे बड़ी उपलब्धि अगर है तो वो ये है कि भारत के साथ साथ वो कई देश जो पिछली बार विश्वरंग में यहाँ आए थे, उन्होंने भी अपने यहाँ विश्वरंग आयोजित करना तय किया है। अमेरिका से इंडियन अमेरिकन सिविक फोरम, पारिक मीडिया, झिलमिल नाम की भी एक संस्था है जो इसमें है, ITV गोल्ड, TV एशिया, NYU, शाकुंतल आर्ट्स और सिंगापुर और ऑस्ट्रेलिया की बहुत सारी संस्थाएं हैं जो इसमें शामिल हैं।
Warm greetings to all of you from the Indian Consulate here in New York. We are delighted that we are celebrating Vishwarang Festival, a festival of Indian art, literature, music, color, dance and drama. It is part of our effort to showcase the best of India here in the United States. As you know, cultural exchanges have been an important part of human societies. And I look at this particular event, the Vishwarang Festival, as part of this ongoing initiative.
Shri Ram, Shri Ram.
Namaskar. I am happy to be here to recognize three great personalities of the USA who have made exceptional contributions in the field of arts, literature, and science in USA to promote India and Indian culture. They have been working tirelessly to promote India and Indian culture in the USA. Parikh. Dr. Parikh is one of the most honored Indian Americans. He is the chairman and publisher of the Parikh Worldwide Media, the largest Indian American publishing group in the United States. And he is also the chairman of the ITV Gold, a 24/7 TV news channel. He is the patron of many philanthropic organizations, including a senior advisor and founder of the USA chapter of the Gujarat-based Project Life. He is also a practitioner of medicine. Dr. Parikh is a leading allergist and has received acclaim in the field of allergy. I congratulate Dr. Parikh for this highest award on behalf of the Vishwarang. बहुत-बहुत बधाई.
Namaskar. I am Padma Shri Dr. Sudhir Parikh, Chairman of ITV Gold and Parikh Worldwide Media. I am humble and privileged to receive this Lifetime Achievement Award from Vishwarang, Tagore Literary Festival, organized by Tagore University and Zilmil. My sincere thanks to Santosh Chaubeji for his vision and dedication. I'm delighted to witness part of the Vishwarang. The scope and spirit of this festival is inspiring. We need unity and harmony in the world. Such artistic, creative, and literally celebration creates a positive energy which is very much needed in today's world. On behalf of ITV Gold and Parikh Worldwide Media team, we have supported USA section of Vishwarang, spearheaded with the passion by my good friend Anup Bhargava, founder of Zilmil. Our program director Ashok Vyas, who is also poet, interviewed both Chaubeji and Anup, Mr. Bhargava. I was glad to hear Santoshji's poetry too. Thank you for this honor. I will cherish it for my lifetime, and we will continue to support Vishwaranga as well as Zilmil. And let me quote a part of the Gitanjali by Kavi Guru Rabindranath Tagore. The song that I came to sing remains unsung to this day. I have spent my days in stringing and unstringing my instrument. I see Vishwarang as a forum with the opportunity for many artists to sing their song. Congratulations on successfully realizing this vision of vastness. Thanks again. God bless America. God bless Vishwarang. God bless Zilmil and Jai Hind. Thank you.
And it has been absolutely great pleasure to see Sudhir Parikh sir in person.
सुप्रसिद्ध शिक्षाविद, विदुषी और स्टैनफोर्ड रेडियो कार्यक्रम चाय टाइम की श्रेष्ठ प्रस्तुतकर्ता आदरणीय प्रांजलि सिरसाव जी को आमंत्रित करता हूं कि आइए प्रांजलि जी और हमें इस काव्य यात्रा पर ले चलिए। आपका स्वागत
करती हूँ। तो मोतियों की माला हम पिरो रहे हैं, तो इस कड़ी में मैं पहला आमंत्रण देना चाहूंगी माननीय अशोक व्यास जी को।
मैं रंगहीन होकर सब रंगों में ढल जाता हूं, इस तरह लड़खड़ा कर भी संभल जाता हूं। रंग रंग संग संग जन जन से वही गीत दोहराता हूं जिनकी लय में अनंत से अभेद हो जाता हूं। रंग मुझसे हैं सारे, बात ये सत्य है इतनी ज्यादा, चकाचौंध में इसकी कोई देख न पाएगा मुझे, इसलिए अपनी हकीकत सबसे छुपाता हूं।
While the formal declaration is still to come, but the results have been in favor of Democratic nominee Joe Biden. President Donald J. Trump has not yet conceded, and there are certain lawsuits which are filed. But that is not something which would prevent those who supported Biden and Kamala Harris team to celebrate. And here are some glimpses of the celebration which was clearly demonstrating the joy and enthusiasm after the elections showed there is no second term for President Trump so far. That is the case. And here are some glimpses from celebration that took place in New Jersey.
Good afternoon, ITV. Thank you very much for coming out to this car rally. Today is a very, very special day for America. We have a newly elected President, Joe Biden. This is a great news for the community. We need someone who will unite the country. The country is called United States, America. United States of America. We are all American. We need someone in Washington to unite us instead of dividing us. It's a great, great achievement for this country. Let's all work together to continue the progress of this great country. Thank you very much.
I want to thank Raja Bhai and ITV for covering this event today. I'm Mahesh Bhagia, the chairman of Edison Democratic Organization. This is a big historic day for us. Now is the time for uniting everyone, finding a common ground with each one of us. We have to forget our differences and figure out a way to work with each and every one of us. So I request everyone to stay united and work with everyone. And this is also historic in a way. We have a first female who is elected in such a high profile vice president position. This sends a starting point for all the female to go forward for this position. Thank you.
I just want to say that we're happy that Biden is the president now, and we hope that he makes the country great again, and he helps all the Muslim and Pakistani around in the United States.
My name is Arisha, and I just like to say that I'm very happy that Biden is now president of the United States of America. He's going to do a way better job than Trump, and I feel like we're all going to get opportunities that we never got before because he's a way better president, and we're just going to have a nice 4 years.
My name is Manahil, and I'm happy that Trump is not our president anymore, and I hope we have a good future.
Hi, thank you ITV Gold for coming here and taking part in this event. This is amazing. This is what you see when you see unity in diversity. This is the choice that the American people have made, that we want democracy with unity and diversity. We thank everybody that went out and voted for change, and that's what we got. We're getting the change that we so drastically need with this new president that we have, the 46th President-elect Joe Biden, and Vice President-elect Kamala Harris. That's another thing. We have a minority, a woman that is in high office, that is going to make the difference that we need to see. And I want to thank everybody that went out and voted. Thank you so much, Mohin Patel.
My name is Javed Sayed. We Indian-American Muslims congratulate our President-elect Joe Biden and Vice President-elect Kamala Harris. And we are looking forward for a great victory, for this victory, and we are looking forward for Joe Biden and Vice President-elect Kamala Harris working with India, Indian Muslims, and addressing the Indian Muslim issues. It's a great victory for all of us. So we from New Jersey congratulate again to Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. Thank you very much.
This is a victory of the world, victory of the democracy. Today is not just American victory because we need a world leader. And I think Joe Biden and Kamala Harris will provide us that. For last 4 years, we lost the leadership. We lost the leaders in the community. Look at the pandemic, what's going on in this country. We had no leadership to protect this community from the COVID 2019 because nobody could think or provide leadership. I think nobody provided leadership to the community. Black, white, brown, doesn't matter who you are. People never felt their community. People never felt that they are in their own countries. So thanks God, today is a change and the change is good. I think America will be leader in the world again and the community. Thank you.
This is Muhammad Faiz Ahmed from Kuwait. Joe Biden Zindabad! Joe Biden Zindabad! Joe Biden is changed the America. You know, from last year, Trump, no leader, nothing. We lost everything. Inshallah, we will get everything from Joe Biden.
Time to say goodbye from today's Vision of Asia Voice of Community. But once again, let me remind you, be our friends at ITV Gold's Facebook page. Do subscribe to ITV Gold's YouTube channel and keep writing to us events@itvgold.com. And once again, happy Deepavali. May health, happiness, harmony, love and abundance be a part of your lives. Once again, thanking you for being with us. This is Ashok Vyas.